on steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo, this flop. Where you at? Pin it. My new mat location be the flop. On the app.
Money and company, no, baby. I don't need no other company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Get out, 47.
They go to Elliott again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you...
He's got a man, complete! And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Again to Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Being chased out left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, G, get up, let's go.
Here's Newton now on second down. Flushed out right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And he he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw on second down is Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Newton. He's got Smith here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive. And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because it took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead. And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3 year, but they faded a bit last year as they dropped to a good but not great 9-7. The good thing for Dallas, they play in a pretty volatile division, the NFC East. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003-2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some... The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Julius Peppers. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Tackle made by K1 Short. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. To throw is Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out. And forces 4th down. We turn our attention to the Panthers as they come out here on offense, and it's been an interesting 3-year run. You look back to their Super Bowl appearance, then they dropped to 6-10 a couple of years ago. Last year back in the playoffs with 11 wins. So what in 2018? I think a continuation of 2017 and an expansion on what we saw.
It's always going to be a tough-minded team. They want to run the ball inside, and Cam Newton can be your short yardage runner as well as play the quarterback position and throw it. But they want to open things up. Remember, they drafted Christian McCaffrey last year, want to get him the ball in open space. They ended up drafting DJ Moore this year, so they want to be more explosive down the field throwing the football. And Luke Kuechly is a heck of a building block on defense. This is a team that fully expects to contend in the NFC South, and they think they can go much deeper in the playoffs.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Newton. A dump off to Anderson. Still fighting for more. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Newton on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
On the ball.
Throwing again is Newton. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
On the ball.
They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funches from 4 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Prescott now on second down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Get out.
A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Draw play, it's Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dontari Poe. Coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Bolden. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he finds Beasley complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott on first down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first and 10, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton on first down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw on second down is Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A second down throw for Prescott. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Cowboys going for 2. Now, last season, they were 0 for 3 on 2-point tries. Didn't convert a single one. Flush to his right. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from them.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That fights. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Shaq Thompson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he drives one in there. Complete for Jeremy Macklin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Here we go.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 1st down, Prescott. Hearns brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker, Luke Kuechly, right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Prescott now. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
46.
Second down, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swaim from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And Mantrone, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. More now to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now it's Newton, and that'll be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way you can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. David Irving with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers, Olsen. Greg Olsen from 8 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Dancing to his, and the pressure gets to him again. Mario Addison in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Newton to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Newton on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And out now come the Cowboys. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was looking for Macklin that time. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Here we go. On the ball, on the ball, on the ball, on the ball.
Now Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I've roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds.